Jenna, thanks. New tonight, Springfield native Tawreak Gamble-Eddington, who's a 2022 Rhodes Scholar, received a proclamation at Springfield City Hall. The Rhodes Scholarship is an international postgraduate award for students to study at the University of Oxford in the United Kingdom. Gamble-Eddington is one of 32 Rhodes Scholars selected from a pool of 826 candidates representing 247 colleges in the U.S. Western Mass News caught up with him earlier tonight.
But I also think it says a lot about Springfield and what is possible for people like me from communities like McKnight, communities like Indian Orchard, and the other places I've lived throughout Springfield, that they're able to do things. I never really saw, I guess, the reach of what I could do.
Gamble-Eddington's advice for younger kids coming up in the area is to get involved and be a part of your community any way you can.